Hi everyone, let's make these great, really simple Japanese stab binding little journals or notebooks today. So what you're going to need is a piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock cut in half for your cover, 10 sheets of regular photocopy, whatever color you want, cut in half, so you end up with 20 sheets. You need a ruler, a binder clip, a thumbtack, some cardboard. I taped some together to use, or a self-healing mat, but I like the cardboard because I can punch into it with the pin to make my binding holes. And you need an extra piece of cardstock that we're going to fold and then use as our template. See how it's got holes in it? So we're going to make that way our template, or it helps us poke all the holes in the right places on our signature in the center. You're also going to need some embroidery thread, and you can wax it with a chunk of wax, or you can use dental floss, wax dental floss, and you're going to cut it about 5 times the height, or the height of your book. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you don't make it a little bit longer, snip it with scissors, and you've got enough thread. You're also going to want a good needle that you can poke into the book. You may want a thimble because it does get tough going through 20 sheets plus your cover. Measure in 1 inch and draw your line. Fold your paper in half 3 times, the hot dog way, or lengthwise. 1, 2, and 3. This will be your template for poking all of the holes. So you're going to mark an X on every other fold or intersection. Now you're going to poke holes at every other intersection. 1, 2, 3, 4. Be sure to do that on your template so that you can use it to poke all the rest of your holes. Line up your template on your covers and poke those holes. Line up your template on several sheets of paper and poke those holes at the same time. Because we're using the template, we will have holes that all line up. Do the same for the second bunch of pages. Now, all my pages and all my covers have holes. Clip your book together with your binder clip. Split your book about halfway and come inside, leaving a tail, and go up through the other side. Tuck your tail inside, and then you're going to go around and come back through that same hole. Pull it tight and straighten it out. Next, you're going to go down through this hole. Pull that one all the way through. come back around and go back down this hole so that you have a piece of string that goes. Now you're going to go back through that same hole from here, back through, so that your binding goes around the bottom. You can use a thimble or your desk top to do that. So now I'm going to go back up through that first hole. Go down through the next hole and then come around and back down through. Pull that one taut. Come up through the last hole. You're going to have some empty spaces. We're going to go back down around and come back up through that same hole again. Now we're going to go around and come up so that it goes just like that. We're going to come up through that hole one more time. Go back down that hole to complete your thread. Now, before we go that last binding, we're going to go about halfway, and we're going to open it up and find where that thread is in your book. And we're going to poke through and come out there. We're not going through the whole thing. So this is really hard to see. There we go. There it is, right there. And then pull it through. So you have two pieces on the inside. Your book binding is complete on the outside. And now you're going to knot it. I do a square knot, right over left, left over right. Put it right in there. You can snip it off or leave some tails. And now you are done, and you can fill it any way that you want. From recipes to notes to nature journaling, whatever. And now you know how to make a simple Japanese stab binding book.